Hello, hello. It's time for Fishing Friends. Okay, so hopefully that sounded all right to everybody. I heard some weird sort of echoey thing on my end.
I didn't. It sounded normal for me.
Oh, that's what's going on. I forgot I had your stream playing in the background. So
Oh,
I heard your stream in my ear.
that'll do it.
That'll do it. Okay, what's up, everybody? It's Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm a little crazy. Well, I'm Danny, too.
And I'm Gina. I was waiting. I was like, come on, say it.
I thought you were just going to say you heard Gina after I said
Oh,
I'm crazy.
after I said I'm crazy. I'm sorry.
But anyway, all right, we got Mark Sturlson here. We got a collaboration of curiosities. What's up, Adele? Scotty the Fish Freak is here. Bunny Viper's here. Scotty Aquati. Silver Creek Aquatics. Stephen P. 2003 Aquatics.
And Bunny.
Amisa's here. Bunny Viper. The Nano Aquarium guy. First Class Fish. What's up? Oh no, power outage or 2 hours.
No.
That sucks, man.
Oh.
That sucks.
You got too many tanks for that nonsense.
Yeah. Luckily, I think all of his tanks are pretty well set up to where they should be fine without the water movement. Except, he might have a couple CO2 tanks that he's like freaking out about. But
yeah. All because Jenna drove the van into a pole.
Oh no.
I doubt that's what happened.
Liquid Zoo OnlyFans, what's up?
You say hi to Silver Creek?
I did say hi to Silver Creek.
Silver! I was waiting for it. I missed it.
Silver Creek Aquatics put out a short about buying aquatic plant seeds. Ooh. And how it's not a good idea. And in general, it's not. I mean, sometimes you can get some really cool results, which I'm trying to look for because he was asking about it because I had mentioned it in the comments. Because in his video, he had bought some, and it turns out, I guess his are like not even aquatic plants. Or maybe he just hasn't tried flooding it and hasn't realized that they actually are aquatic plants yet. I don't know. But I'm trying to look back. All my old... Here we go. So maybe I can find an older one. Show the start of the carpet and then...
He said, right, as a general idea. So not for all, but just a general.
Okay. There we go. So I'm going to go solo here real quick so you can kind of see. This is the aquatic seeds when I first started in the little tank. You just kind of see the little popping out a little bit. It's kind of hard. Weird reflection and stuff. But then after a while, it filled out really nice. A really nice looking carpet.
Nice.
But yeah, it turns out that all the seeds were some type of hygrophila or hygrophila or whatever. So they started off really nice and small, but eventually they just like kind of kept growing and kept growing. I kind of kept trimming it down. But they did eventually kind of start to look a little bit more like raggedy and stuff like that after time.
He says, "Yeah, I've tried at least 6 or 7 different packs of different seeds and grown them flooded, dry start both."
Yeah,
Annette!
those. So I just put those directly in the tank. Basically, I put some of the gravel down. I put the aquatic seeds down, and then I put more gravel on, and then scaped the rest of the tank, and that's what I ended up with. These aquatic seeds, they were weird. Like as soon as you put them in the water, it kind of created this weird sort of like membrane or whatever, to where like they would sink and kind of stick together, almost like tadpole eggs or like frog eggs or whatever, and so they were definitely aquatic seeds, but yeah, they were labeled as like a carpeting plant, I'm pretty sure, and it definitely ended up being some type of hygrophila. And I said I still have some growing. I have pictures of what it turned into later on in other tanks as I kept trimming it and then transferred trimmings and stuff like that. So hold on a second here. Let me look through those.
Annette, hello, hello. Jenna popped in. She said, "I did not drive into a pole." I figured as much. I knew Matt was a liar.
Not drive into a pole. Good.
Silver says, "I think one actually made it through it all." Aw. First Class Fish says, "I heard you can end up with some nice stuff out of the Petco Beta bulbs. I believe they sell them as." Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for those of you that haven't realized, I have Lazuli here with me tonight.
Oh, look at him. He's so stinking cute. I can't stand it.
Oh, hold on. I can't find it.
Nano says, "I never tried seeds myself. I had seen some people on YouTube that work for, but why bother? Just get plants that one knows will work." Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's what it really counts. Just get something that you're what you're buying. I can't find the picture. I might have deleted them. But yeah, it ended up growing to like full size like stem plants with like nice long leaves, about 2 inches long on the leaves. And
Silver says, "Yep, they swell a mucus type substance while they are germinating to assist the seed in moisture absorption." Look at you guys. You guys are so freaking smart.
Nice.
But yeah, so how was your week?
My week was really long again. I've been pretty much working 2 months now of 6 days a week.
Boo.
Yeah. It is what it is, but I'm like caught up on all my bills now. This paycheck coming up is pretty much all going towards saving to get or pay for the hotel room for the Keystone Clash.
Yes. I'm so freaking excited.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
It's coming up real fast.
It is.
And I'm probably going to be working 6 days a week all the way until then. So.
Well, I mean, if it means that you get enough money to actually have fun there and buy the fish that you want.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I honestly don't know if I'm going to buy any fish or not.
Yeah. You probably buy at least plants, right?
I'll probably buy some plants, but I'm really just kind of going to hang out with fish fan people.
Yes. Yeah, same.
Like
I might get shrimp. Like I'll bring 1 5-gallon bucket in case I get shrimp from Shelby and Grant. Did someone? I swear, Keystone Clash lurks in every stream and just waits, waiting for somebody to bring up the Clash, and then boop, there they are. It's like me in saltwater. I'll lurk, and somebody brings up saltwater. I'm like, did somebody say salt?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Keystone Clash too. But yeah, I'm definitely just really excited to hang out with everybody. And but this time I'm going to be a little bit smarter with my money than I was at the Triple Crown. if everybody decides they're going to go to some Brazilian place or whatever, I'm going to look up the prices before I go.
Yes.
Because, man, like I said, I'm really not complaining because the food was absolutely fantastic. Like that was a whole experience that made me just so incredibly happy, just being surrounded by all various types of smoked meats just coming to right to my face and just be like, do you want more? And it's like, of course I want more meat. Like it was just absolutely amazing. But if I would have known ahead of time that it was going to cost me $80 without any cocktails or anything like that, just the meal and a soda, $80, like I wouldn't have gone. So I have the experience now. And apparently we have a Brazilian grill like that here in St. Louis too that I still need to go to, and it's only like half the price. So I'm excited about that. I'll have to go there, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably not go to any super fancy restaurants like that.
Right. But yeah, have enough money for food and have enough money for livestock, and it's a successful trip. But please feed yourself before, like, don't spend all your money on fish. Please feed yourself.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, see, that's the thing is I actually did set myself up really good for the Triple Crown. But I wasn't expecting to get double charged for the hotel.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that screwed me up. Yeah.
That's Disney prices, yeah.
Yeah, at the Triple Crown, Steven, with that Brazilian place we went to, that was Los Brasileiros, something like that. Like, yeah, it was $80. That was like the group rate or whatever, like with like automatic tip included and stuff like that. What's Danny's stream? Not sure if I subscribe. Well, it's Glassbox Hero.
There's a link in the description that takes you over to Danny's stream. I was prepared this time.
Yeah. If you go right to the description, it's there. And then on mine, if you look in the description, you can subscribe over to Gina. You can also subscribe to my Rumble for more additional content. And there's my Patreon there too for even more content. I might, since I'll be doing a karaoke a karaoke contest at the end of July, I've been kind of thinking about maybe doing like a Patreon only live stream of the karaoke contest, since like, copyright things or whatever.
Yeah. Those Brazilian steakhouses are awesome when you're not the one paying the bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just have to trick my dad into taking me to a Brazilian place because he'll pay. My dad's great, but man, he even bought the entire family lunch on Father's Day. It's just like, Dad, it's Father's Day. Like, we're supposed to take care of you. You're not supposed to take us out to lunch. And we all went to Chimmy's. And
oh, I love Chimmy's.
Out of the 22 people that are in my family, 21 of us were there. The only one that was missing was one of my nephews who had to work. So it's just like, yeah. He paid for 21 meals and margarita pitchers and all that different stuff. It's just like, geez, Dad. Wouldn't even let us, like, pay for anything at all.
Matt says, I noticed neither of you have your Fish Fam link listed. You're correct, sir. It's an oversight. I am sorry.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I see Fish Fam link all the time, but I don't really think about it. Even though it's like it's so incredibly handy how Fish Family just kind of has everything. And you're right. I need to fishfam
I need to add it.
dot link slash
And also,
bless books.
I left it for if
Right?
mods want to post links, then it gives them the mods.
Nice.
I'd be taking the mods' job.
That's what it is. So copy. I'm gonna link that. There we go. I'm gonna add my Fish Family. There. Added to the description. There we go. So you got my merch, you got my Patreon. You still need to add me to the Fish Fam like map or whatever. When I was looking at the map, you don't have like any of us St. Louis people mapped out.
There's a map?
Yeah. Fishfam.link. Let me see. I saw the map before. Oh, he's made some changes to things. Here we go. Find on that. There we go. So I'm going to show you. Here we go. Share screen. Map of Fish Fam members. So let's look at it here in Missouri. So we got Massai. All right.
It says I don't auto put people that don't list that stuff somewhere because I don't want to be called creepy. That's fair. Nano says, I think it's something you can do yourself when you log in and edit your profile. Oh.
Marine Solutions.
Yeah.
And Massai.
Honestly, that's where you'll find me is at Marine Solutions. That's my home. I live there. Yeah. I don't live here. I live at Marine Solutions.
Bionic Bigfoot is here. Oh. You're walking with it. Oh, now that's why it's Bionic Bigfoot, because you had a total hip replacement.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're doing good there, Bigfoot.
Matt, I was trying to be nice. I was letting that joke slide. I was just gonna not say anything.
You can follow Gina to her home when she leaves me. So, yes.
If you can keep up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a crazy driver. You would easily be able to follow me.
Not a crazy driver for, St. Louis, but for all St. of us here in St. Louis are crazy drivers.
Yeah.
At least that's what my sister says. She lives up in North Dakota, and she's like, after coming back to St. Louis after living away for so long, you do realize that Missouri does have the worst drivers. And then I had to pipe in and be like, it's the Illinois drivers that come into Missouri.
Yes! My dad would always say, he'd be like, you're an Illinois driver? Yep, got your stupid sign on with your Illinois plates. Yep. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep.
Do we need a match? Is that why you brought her? Are you bringing her to me? Oh, okay. You're just showing. Hello, Marco. She's cranky. She's molting and she's got all kinds of pen feathers. Oh.
He just started singing again.
Oh.
We got 24 people in total here. Not sure how many on either side, but make sure you like both streams.
Oh, but I was going to say, Florida has some crazy drivers.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it all depends on where you come from. So, if you come from, like, a bigger city, I'm sure St. Louis isn't that bad. But if you come from, like, a smaller, less crowded area, then, yeah. And the closer you get to the city, like downtown, the crazier the drivers get.
Yeah.
Because
I
you
put my
really shouldn't stop
location
at
to a close by shopping center.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's see. I think you're right. Like, so I do remember like applying for the ability to like edit my own like stuff or whatever, and then like I don't think I ever went back and actually edited anything. Where did he?
Right.
I hear him. Come on,
Where
dude.
did you go?
Come on. Fly in a circle, fly in a circle. Come on. Just land back there for now. You're fine. Okay. You just kept going
right.
around and around.
He's just doing laps. Doing laps.
Yep. Oh, man.
We could all make, all of us in St. Louis, we could all make our location the same, like, landmark in fluorescent.
Yeah.
Just have all of us there.
Yeah.
Let's see. What obscure place?
Well, let's see.
Vanguard Park? Let's make it the Tank.
I think the place that would be in between all of us would be like, I don't know. Well, I don't know. We could do Sunset Park.
Yeah, we could do Sunset Park.
In the city of Chicago, they treat the red lights like stop signs. Stop for 2 seconds and go. Well, over here in certain areas of St. Louis, they treat stop signs as mere suggestions.
Yeah, whenever I have to go downtown for one of Kane's doctor's appointments, and it's at the Children's Hospital. Yeah, leaving the hospital, like even though the light is green, like you're double looking both ways to make sure nobody's running that stop sign. I've nearly gotten hit so many times leaving the hospital.
Yeah. Come here, dude.
Nano says, yeah, I tried to look at that stuff on FishFam Link, but I cannot access it anymore for some reason, so I guess I better not move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard Reynolds.
Richard Reynolds.
So just work has been your life this week?
Pretty much. My yard's looking pretty good. Well, not like my lawn. My lawn is looking pretty crazy. I need to mow it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like
our neighbors
super hot, like 100 degrees.
Oh, I know. Our neighbors I got home yesterday and our neighbors were mowing. And I was like, well, I guess it's time to mow our lawn now.
Yep. But my banana trees are looking really good. They've all completely settled in and got like all new growth now. Good. And I've picked several gooseberries, and I've been picking raspberries all the time, and everything else is just growing in and looking good.
More of those white raspberries, those are good.
The golden raspberries.
The golden raspberries, yeah.
Yeah. So I realized even the ones I gave you, I still kind of picked those just a little bit early. I'm sure they were really, really good. Yeah. So they'll get, if I leave them on the vine or whatever, they will actually get like almost as orange as the top of the Fish and Friends.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they're like super sweet when they do that. All right, come on, dude. Oh.
Meow.
Oh. Good bird.
That's how I stick the landing whenever I play Zelda. When I'm on the little glider thing, I just crash it.
Yeah. Good job. I know you're tired, probably.
Lots of exercise today.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh God, what was I gonna ask?
I'm not sure if I can edit my FishFam Link or not either. I'll have to get it there and mess with it one of these days. I got to mess with it on a computer too, because I always like to do things on my phone, and you can't do certain things on mobile that you can do on desktop.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am discovering that now that I have a computer. I'm like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, now I can do everything. But yeah, I've been working a lot. We've actually had a good week at work this week. Very good week. Today
Oh,
was a
good.
very good day. Um, um, I ordered some stuff from Danny's work, and he came by my house Thursday to drop it off. And
Yes.
discovered, well, I not discovered, but forgot. But apparently Wednesday, when I was at work, I got a message from my bank saying, "Hey, are these 5 transactions to the PlayStation Network, like, are those yours? Or can you verify?" And I was like, that in fact was not me. So they locked my debit card. And I totally forgot about Danny coming by Thursday to drop off all the stuff I ordered from his work. And Thursday he shows up and I'm like, shoot! I had to like scramble a little bit, get all that taken care of. And then when Nathan got home, we went on an adventure to get that sorted out. We had talked about being on the same, having the same bank so we can transfer money back and forth for bills and stuff a lot easier, and instantly, because we have 2 separate banks.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the bank, to his bank, to get me added on. Well, they asked for my ID, and I gave them we both gave them IDs so they could do that. Well, halfway through, they go, "I'm so sorry, I misread your ID, but your ID actually expired on your birthday last month." My
Oh
driver's
no.
license. So I'm like, dang it! So then we had to go to the DMV, have me issue a new license.
Oh
Oh, and
no.
as we were leaving the bank, I'm like, oh, so we just have to go to the DMV and then we can come back? They're like, well, actually, we need the plastic license. We cannot do account changes like that with a paper license. You have to wait till you get the plastic one. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So we go to the DMV, renew my ID. I get the paper license, the temporary paper license. So then we go to my bank because I need my money. Like, I'm locked out of my bank account. And if it's going to take 2 weeks, so we go to my bank, have them reissue me a debit card. And he goes, the only blanks I have, or the only cards I have in stock right now, are the Chicago Bulls debit cards. So now I have a Chicago Bulls debit card. I go, ew. And he goes, oh, you're not a fan? I'm like, I just hate sports. I'm just not a sports person. So yeah, that was my Thursday. That was fun.
Yeah. That does not sound fun at all.
So yeah, my bank account wasn't hacked. It was just our PlayStation account. Oh, and then Nathan had fun recovering the PlayStation account because they actually went in and turned on 2-step authentication.
Oh.
And try to lock him out of it. But luckily, he called PlayStation. He was finally able to like live chat. Or yeah, you can't call PlayStation. They don't have their phone. They don't have a customer service phone number. It's like a live chat.
Yeah.
So he finally got through to somebody, and we're able to reverse the changes that the people who hacked the account made. So we have our PlayStation account back. And he was like, I don't know why they did, or I don't remember what he said, but I was like, yeah, they were trying to steal our account to then sell our account. That's what they do. They'll hack your account, try to change your password, lock you out of it, and then they, like Overwatch. I started playing Overwatch pretty early when it came out. So I have skins on my account that aren't available anymore. So you
Yeah.
could sell that account to people who want those skins. So yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Oh man.
That was fun. But otherwise, work has been great.
That's good.
I got in a little bit of trouble at work, but I got it fixed, so it's all good. It's all good.
You got in trouble.
These people came in with an old tank that I didn't realize that they actually bought, like a used tank off like a Facebook ad, and then they wanted to trade it in as credit for like another new tank that we were selling, that big corner tank that we have at my work. And I may have overestimated the credit and quoted them a higher number than I should have.
Oh.
I didn't issue them a credit, so now we're in negotiations. So yeah, but
Okay.
it's like a bunch of coral, some fish. Yeah, but hopefully it'll be resolved tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've tried to call them about it to talk to them about it, but they didn't answer, so I left them just like a voicemail kind of detailing or going over the details. And I said, if you want to talk to the boss, he's at work tomorrow. He's in the shop tomorrow, so hopefully it all gets fixed soon. Gina, I'm sorry, I forgot where you work. I work at Marine Solutions.
Yeah. GVP, what's up?
Marine Solutions. Oh gosh, there we go.
I don't support the Bulls, but if I were to support any basketball team, it would be the Bulls. Because, I mean, that's the team that had Michael Jordan. And they also had a really, really badass theme song. I just remember.
Yeah.
So great. Best little theme song. Yeah, you're sitting on the microphone so well. And you're so cute when you sit there and you're like closing your eyes.
Oh, so sleepy. Just taking
Yeah.
a nap. So yeah, now I have to look into the bills that are coming out in the next 2 weeks and put my temporary debit card into there. Some of them I have linked to my bank account, so I don't have to worry about it. But the ones that have my debit card linked, I need to make sure those bills are paid, and then after we figure out the whole banking switching bank situation, then we're gonna then I can just mass update everything.
Yeah. I would have picked Darth Vader versus BB-8.
Yep. BB-8's cute. I just don't care about sports.
Yeah, same. I don't care about sports either. If I were to care about any sport, it would be hockey. And but I just don't care about sports.
We were over at
But if
Nathan's.
a hockey game's on, I can have some fun watching a hockey game.
Yeah, I was just about to say we were over at Nathan's dad's house for Father's Day, and oh no, sorry, Thursday evening. So after we get all the whole banking thing done, we actually had plans to go out to eat at Mattingly's with Nathan's dad and stepmom. So we go to meet them, and there's like baseball recaps and stuff going on because it's a sports bar. And she goes, "Oh, I want to go to a baseball game," and she kind of looked at me. I was like, "Don't look at me. I hate baseball games. I hate going to baseball games. I'll watch baseball with you on the TV and I'll cheer on whatever team you're cheering, but I hate going to baseball games."
Honestly, I am the complete opposite. If I'm gonna watch baseball, I'm going to the game. I don't want to watch it on TV. That's incredibly boring and all that stuff. But if we're going to the game, yeah, I'll go to the game and do the whole, sports thing or whatever. Get a hot dog and whatever else.
I do enjoy going to football games and hockey games.
Yeah.
I do enjoy
Yeah, hockey games are the best.
Yes.
Football games can be fun, but we don't have football anymore.
Right.
Yeah, baseball is all right, but yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna watch baseball on TV. If I'm gonna watch baseball, I'm going to the game.
Yeah.
Hockey is a game that I can watch on TV, but I don't because I don't watch TV at all. I don't even have any Netflix or Hulu or anything like that. So
I guess we don't have a basketball team, do we?
nope, we don't. We do. We did just get a soccer team not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't even have a name, or is it the Sound, or I don't know. I don't know anything about the soccer team except that I think their colors might be red and blue based off of the symbol I've seen. St. Louis City SC. Okay,
Yeah,
so they
that's what
wear
I.
red
Yeah.
and Okay. They got a nice little stadium thingy.
Yeah, it's City SC. What does SC stand for?
Soccer club.
Oh, lame.
I guess that's what it stands for. Yeah, it is pretty lame. Oh, you're so cute.
What else is happening this week? Oh, I'm a terrible human being. I'm the worst partner ever. Um, I get home Wednesday, and Nathan always meets me at the door whenever I get home. Um, to get like a hug and everything. Well, he's standing there, and all of his he's like look at me expectedly, and I was like what? And he turned around, he grabbed a bag, and he's like I'm like, oh, what'd you get at Walmart? And he goes, happy anniversary. Y'all. I lost track of what day of the week or what day it was in the month, and I forgot about our anniversary.
Oh no.
I'm a terrible human being.
Oh no.
You'd think after 13 years I'd get it one of these years. Yeah. So I got to make it up to him tomorrow.
Fans call them city. I'm in Cali and I know this stuff. You know what, Jimmy P? That's because you care.
You like sports.
That's because you care. I don't even know what happens on the other side of the street.
Yep.
Everything, the world could be blowing up out there. And if I don't see flashes outside my window or whatever, like, I wouldn't know.
Matt
and
says
honestly, I'm
right.
perfectly fine with that.
Matt says that sounds right. I think he's talking about me being a terrible human being. You know what, Matt? You're right. I am a terrible human being. I'm a terrible partner.
Shit, my 13th wedding anniversary was 2.5 months ago. That explains. No, what's funny is apparently one of the like radio personalities on KC95, their wife like screwed up their anniversary, thought that it was 1 week when it's not, it's like the next week.
Oh.
It's like, oh, I screwed up my Tuesdays.
Get away with trouble card. Yeah. So I gotta make it up to him tomorrow.
Yep. But yeah, oh yeah, last week was my friend's birthday party, and that was much fun. We hung out and played some games, and yeah, apparently you did a live stream that I didn't even know about. I need to go watch the replay.
I had to correct him about the title. I'm like, technically, this is episode 14 because I did stream.
So, yeah, up until like 30 seconds before the live stream, I had it set as episode 13 because I didn't know that Gina streamed last week.
I did, and everybody was asking about you. They're like, "Where's Danny? Where's Danny?"
Because see, she didn't notify me. If she would have notified me, she could have done the same basic thing where all she needed to do was send me the link. I could have set it up on my page too. She could have streamed right on my channel.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. But it's okay. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay though.
Yeah.
Jimmy says he's online to K. Oh, KC95 is the best radio station ever.
You know what's funny is I forgot what day it was. I think it was Tuesday. I was maybe it was, I don't know. Anyway, Nathan had driven the van somewhere, and he listens to KC, and I listen to the Arch. So the radio was still KC. And usually whenever I am getting ready for work, I'll sing to Marco. I'm like, I don't want to work. I just want to play with the birdie all day. And yeah, I get in the car to go to work, and KC's on, and that song was playing. I was like, this is a sign. I should just go back inside and just not go to work today.
Yeah.
And and if that was Wednesday, if I'm remembering it, and if that was Wednesday, I should not have gone to work that day because that's the day I got in trouble.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they play that song throughout the week, but they play that song every Friday around 10 a.m.
Oh, maybe it
because
was Friday then.
Friday at like 9:50 ish or so, they do what they say. They go to Party Town and
Mm-hmm.
they play like 3 to 4 songs, like parts of different songs and stuff, all in this thing or whatever. And yeah, it starts off with yeah, I don't want to work, and then
Maybe
it's
it
like
was Friday, because yeah, I leave at 10 a.m. on Fridays to go to the airport to pick up fish. So yeah, maybe that
yeah,
was it.
that's probably exactly what it was.
It was just funny. I'm like, this is what I always sing to Marco when I don't want to go to work.
Yep, that's a good song.
It is a good song.
But yeah, I listen to KC 95 every day, and I call in too sometimes. And they've recently started. I think it was kind of because of the new guy, because it was kind of his idea or whatever, or at least his like show started doing it. And next thing I know, like everybody's kind of doing it. But they pretty much have like the phone lines open all the time now, and so not only will they sometimes just pull people in and talk to them while they're on the air, even when like commercials and stuff are going on, sometimes they'll just answer the phone and they'll just talk to you and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Huh.
And you can like ask him a question or whatever else. So
Yeah,
it's
there's
pretty
kind of
cool.
there's a segment like that in the evenings on the Arch. It's Greg B. Harold's show, and yeah, it's like little snippets of little conversations that he has with listeners,
Yeah,
where he's just extra sassy to them.
yeah. And then sometimes I've realized now that, especially in the morning show with AD, he will sometimes take snippets or even the entire conversation that happened off the air during the commercial and like insert it on the air like it just happened.
Yeah, yeah, because you can't actually go live. You never know what people are gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes they will have people on there live and like protect the license or whatever.
Right. Oh, I think I
And
think
they have
I
like they have a couple
yeah,
seconds away or whatever to
like a
to
15 to
cut
30
stuff
second
out.
delay,
Yeah.
just in case, because you can't trust people.
Yeah. So sometimes like you almost gotta anticipate what they're gonna say to start calling early so that you
Mm-hmm.
can actually like get in on time.
Right.
Yeah. But I have a lot of fun calling in on the radio show. I've been trying to be able to uh, go out to one of these different Keishi events, and I almost went to one today because I was in Eureka and the event was in Pacific. So I was only like 15 minutes away, but it's like I was working and I
Yeah.
was going to try and, catch it and maybe do my lunch break there and hang out with Mark Close a little bit. But it just didn't end up working. Next thing I know, it's like, oh, it's 11:53 and they're done at noon. So screw it.
Yeah.
And then still, like, I was making pretty good time today, and I still didn't get done until like 5:30. It's like I normally throughout the week get done at like 6:30. So it's like I was hoping to have like a nice early Saturday, just going one to one and get it done and get back since they're not really my customers or whatever. So, but it did not work out. I did have enough time to relax a little bit and get something to eat before the live stream started, though. So.
Oh, and I forgot to say it earlier, Bunny. If you're still lurking, I'm sorry I haven't messaged you back. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting to message you back. She's been sending me like thinking about you lovingly, I miss you texts, and I'm like, and I'm always at work, and it's always whenever I have customers in the store, so I have to like, I open it. Oh gosh, I
It's
open it
trying
and
to
I
focus on your fancy nails.
yeah, my fancy, my pretty nails. Yeah, so I see right again ADD happening right now. Um, I open the text and I'm like, oh, Bunny, and then I have like a customer walks in, I have to help them, and I just forget. I'm
Yep.
so sorry.
Yep. And it be like that
It'd
sometimes.
be like that every time. Every time I like somebody's streaming and I'm gonna listen in, like as soon as I start it and I like get into it, like 3 customers come in. I'm like, I just like give up now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you see, like, there was some times that I was trying to figure out how to, like, listen to different live streams while I was working. And I either found that I was just missing everything while I was working and just, like, not hearing, like, any, like, conversation or points like that. You know, I was just pretty much missing all the good stuff. Or I was just sitting there pausing everything and I wouldn't be able to, like, I don't know, participate in live chat like at all because I wouldn't be even caught up to what was going on.
You'd be more like 10 minutes behind. And yeah,
Or
there's no
more
point
than
in
that
chatting. Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, even if I refresh it, like they moved on and I don't know what they're talking about now. It's going to take me another, a couple minutes to realize what they're talking about.
Oh yeah. Or yeah, that they're in the middle of a conversation. You're like, wow, this sounds incredibly interesting, but I have no idea what you're talking about. So none of this context makes any sort of sense at all. And
Right.
so I can't retain it because I can't put it towards anything. And then, yeah.
And I feel like I can't ask a question because it's like, well, what if they did cover it and I just missed it? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. And I can't always just put it on the speaker at work because I never know what people are gonna say. Like you know how we all kind of go off on tangents sometimes, and it might not be
Yep.
appropriate to have going in a store.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, like, when I worked at Target, we didn't have any music at all, and some people kind of complained about that. I was kind of one of them that was like, why don't we just have, like, stupid elevator music or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
But then after working at a pet store for like a year and actually having music playing and listening to the same songs over and over and over and over again.
You're like, I get it.
Right. I was like, I'm glad we
Yeah.
didn't have music at Target. But
Yeah.
then again, it's really just because there's some songs that would come in that I just absolutely despised. And I would just be like, it would just completely, like, ruin that whole point of the day when that song was playing. I'd just be like, I just want, if I just had just one wish, it would just be that this song just didn't exist. Like,
yeah.
Just stop.
Sometimes we will, if it's a slower day. Elena and I or I will put on our work approved playlist that we've made. And then, customers will come in, and if mine's going, mine tends to be very random, very switching between genres. And they'll be like, man, this is a really random playlist. And I'm like, do you not like this song? Do you need me to skip it? Like, I have no problem. Like, everybody's got different tastes. I totally understand. You need me to skip it? And they're like, no, it's fine. It's just random. I was like, yeah.
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 Yeah. Mine will go from Bobby Darin to Lamb of God to friggin' Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yep.
Over to Tech Nine to switch back to like some Disturbed, and then it's just all over the place. What is the song you hate, Danny? Well, there was a couple of them for sure.
Yeah.
There was a few songs that I actually like really liked, and I'd like sing along with it or whatever.
And every time those songs would come on, a customer would like come up and like like one that you would have to like detail actually talk to.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be able to listen to.
You wouldn't be able to enjoy the song.
Yep. But oh man, like, okay, so like during like Christmas time, especially when we had the Christmas radio station, like, everybody in the world pretty much hates the Mariah Carey Christmas song, right? Well, imagine having 20 different versions of the Mariah Carey song sung
Yep.
by different artists, where sometimes the shuffle puts them back to back.
Yep.
It's just
Yeah.
awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to make we always try to listen to Christmas music when we're opening Christmas presents on Christmas Day. It's kind of like the weird little family tradition that I have. And yeah, trying to make a Christmas playlist, but not trying to double up on songs like that is harder than you think.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Sometimes I'll be going through my life songs and I'll be going through it. It seems like I didn't like a song, and then I ended up like double liking a song because sometimes that song appears on multiple albums,
yep.
or like they'll have the regular and then the deluxe version of the album, different
Or like
things
the
like that.
remastered ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have one like that. It's a Green Day. So it's what is it? One song that leads into Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and like if you go on digital, like I use YouTube Music, there's one where it actually combines this two on the same like track, and then I have that first song and Boulevard of Broken Dreams both individually on the playlist, so I doubled up on both of those songs on accident.
Yeah.
You don't like Michael Bublé's All I Want for Christmas?
Yeah. Having bad songs stuck in your mind is no fun when being a musician. Yeah, exactly.
Steven's Power's back on! Yay!
Thank Jeebus.
Thank Jeebus.
Isn't that great, Lazuli? His
So,
power's
Elena,
back on.
my coworker and I always like to come up with funny terms for something, or for some things like fish and other things. Well, apparently our boss has never heard her say our little funny word for like money. She's like, "All right." He's like, "Oh yeah, make sure." Oh, she was talking about doing a service for somebody, and she was double checking how much to charge. And he goes, "Oh yeah, like 120." And she goes, "All right, 120 golden doubloons." And he goes, "What did you just say?" She's like, and we both said at the same time because I was on the computer next to her. And I'm like, 120 golden doubloons. And he just like looked at both of us like, "Oh, okay." And we're like, "Yeah, duh.
Golden doubloons.
Golden doubloons." And like fork tail blinnies, we call them
N.
fart tail blinnies. Like we just have these funny little quips for different things.
Well, it's doubloon, right? With an N, not
Well,
an
he would say
M.
doubloons. I don't know.
I'm just wondering. Okay. You're allowed to say whatever you want to say. It can be doubloons, like a blooming flower.
She might have said doubloons, and I just hear doubloons.
But
I don't know.
the actual like the pirate coin or whatever, it's a
Doubloons.
doubloon with an N. Yeah.
I will listen for next time she says that, and if she says it wrong, I will correct her for you, Danny. I'll be like, it's actually it's doubloons.
I don't remember where I was at, but we were at some group event, whether it be like some youth group thing or whatever. I don't remember, but somebody called me the well actually guy.
Yeah, I sometimes get called the well actually person.
Yeah. And
I'm
I don't mind it necessarily, but it's like, when it comes down to it, like, I would want somebody to do the same thing if I was wrong. If I was wrong about something or whatever, like, I would want somebody to be like, well, actually, this is what happens. Like, well, okay, there we go.
Now I stand corrected.
Yeah.
The retort to that is like, well, I guess you just like to be wrong then. I don't like to be wrong.
Yeah. I like to be right. But I don't
Crank
like
that
to be
AC,
like
yes.
braggy right.
Right? Nano says, great news, Stephen. I think he meant crank. Crank that AC.
Yeah.
Blast it.
Yeah, that AC just cannot keep up with that. how hot it is.
Yeah, and he's down in Louisiana, so it's probably hotter today for him.
Oh yeah.
Blech, no, thank you.
Right? I don't want to deal with that.
I would never move further south. If I ever moved out of state or out of St. Louis, it would have to be either on the same climate or further north.
Yep. Oh man, so I'm so excited to like sleep in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cause like it's been a while since I got to sleep in.
You're jinxing it. Something's gonna happen, or you're just gonna wake up and not be able to go back to sleep.
I mean, whatever.
Mark my words.
I'm fine with that. If I wake up and I can't go to sleep, I'll just wake up and I'll mow my lawn. That's fine. But I'm just like last week I didn't get to sleep in because it was Father's Day, and for those of you that don't know, my entire family is very religious, and I am not. And so my dad more or less asked me if I could, sing a song with the entire family for for their church service. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? Because I remember the song from when I was a kid, and I like to sing. And it's like, it's Father's Day. I'm not going to tell my dad no.
Right.
So I had to like wake up early, and the atheist that I am, like I'm sitting there like in my bed, like just having a whole like mental argument with myself, like I don't want to go. But it's like, but you have to go. It's your dad. It's like, but I really just don't want to go.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm somehow I'm gonna be like conned into like staying for the entire service or whatever, and I'm just having this full mental battle. And I ended up like getting up and going and all that stuff. And I pull up to the church and I walk in and I go like straight up to the balcony and I sit down like just kind of next to my sister. And I thought honestly it was just going to be my siblings and my parents. But it turns out like everybody was there, all
the
22.
Whole service. All
22 of us were there. So all my nieces and nephews were going to sing too. And so I was like, okay, well, this is kind of cool. And, we had the whole like harmonies and stuff all parted out and different things like that. So it was fun. But, so I pretty much walked in, sit down, and there was like, I walked in like during the chanting prayer. My parents are Lutheran or whatever, and so I pretty much got up and sat down, and there was like the Old Testament reading or whatever, and then we sang the song. And so then after the song was over, I just kind of looked at my dad and I just kind of like, there you go. I like bowed and like, I sang the song with you and now I'm leaving.
Right.
And so I left and I started driving, and the plan was, to go out to lunch, but it's like, I know that they're going to go to church and then do all the other stuff. And it's going to be a while before we go to lunch still. So I just started heading home, and my mom texted me. He's like, feel free to, go to our house if you want. Cause I mean, it's like a lot closer than going back to my house, but it's like, I didn't get to sleep in. I was tired. I woke up in an incredibly bad mood.
Oh.
And just like, so I just wanted to, get home and like take a nap before lunch. And that's pretty much what I did.
Decompress.
Yep. Because, I had an incredibly long week and had to work. And then right after work, just go straight over to my friend's party, which my friend's party was great. Lots of games. The ice cream was great. She had so many toppings. Oh, my gosh.
All the toppings.
All the toppings.
Did she have Fruity Pebbles?
She didn't have Fruity Pebbles, but she did buy gummy bears and nerds for me.
There you go.
And she had, oh my God, she had the whole like smorgasbord set up. And she's like, okay, so we have coconut shavings and chocolate chips and peanut butter chips and sprinkles and nerds and gummy bears and almonds and peanuts and pecans and uh, yeah, I don't even remember all the different stuff she had. Chocolate sauce and strawberry sauce and caramel sauce and chocolate shell stuff and all that different things. And I just pretty much went with vanilla ice cream. I did end up getting a scoop of chocolate ice cream too and just piled in the nerds and gummy bears, and it was just so good. I love that stuff. Nice. And then she sent me home with the rest of the nerds and gummy bears, and I'm like, yay.
Yes.
But we were playing Cards Against Humanity when I walked in, and I ended up jumping in, and I ended up winning in the end. I was late to the game, but I still ended up winning in the end because I just kept winning the whole time I was there. Oh, but man, like some of those things that were just so funny. One round, I had like the absolute perfect card. Like as soon as he read the black card and I looked at my white card, I just started laughing immediately. And they're like, perfect. And then it's like, you got, I couldn't hide it. And so I just gave him the card, and like he started like reading through all the different cards and stuff in his turn, and my card ended up being like the last card he was reading, and he looked at it, and I could see his face just kind of like, oh my god! And I just started laughing immediately. And I was like, I told you I had the perfect card. Like,
yeah.
And I'm trying to remember. It was so the black card was like push down, down, up, left, right, B to unleash blank. And my card was a big black strap-on a frail white body.
Yep.
So I just like, it's perfect.
Vanilla ice, baby. Get that one on your mind, Danny. Yep.
Ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding.
So if Lane and I will share if we have a song stuck in our head to try to get the other person to have it stuck in their head. Because like a cold, the best way to get rid of it is to share it, right? So yeah, I'll just walk over and I'd be like, hey, want to know what song I have stuck in my head? She's like, no, but tell me anyway. And then I'll tell her, and she's like, God! And then in like 2 or 3 hours later, she'd be like, it's still stuck in my head. I'm like, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm just sharing the wealth. I'm just sharing.
Yep. You know what song randomly pops in my head all the time? It's just one of my guilty pleasures is Larger Than Life by the Backstreet Boys.
Yes. Yes. Yep. I'll just walk up to her and be like, hey, got any grapes? And she's like, God damn it, Gina. It's like, dang it. And I'm like, you're welcome. And I'll just walk away.
That's just mean, Gina.
Yeah, it is mean. Yeah, I know.
It's a trap.
Or I'll just be, or if it's actually irritating me, we'll do it because like we'll get a song that we like. I'll ask her, I'm like, Elena, do you have a song stuck in your head right now? And if she says yes, I'll be like, cool. The one stuck in my head's really annoying, so can we like trade? What's yours? And then she'll tell me, and she's like, is yours more annoying? I'm like, yeah. Like, but hopefully I can be yours stuck in my head now.
Yeah. Sweetest producer on that Backstreet Boys song. Yeah. But oh man, that Backstreet Boys song though, like it even has like a really sweet guitar solo in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew up during like the height of pop music, man. Like we had Michael Jackson going, we had Madonna going and all that stuff. Also had like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. And then we had all those other people that were just kind of there that still were somehow surprisingly popular, even though they sucked, like 98
I
Degrees.
was just about to say, my Elena had one of her playlists going, and there was a lot of 98 Degree songs, and they don't play a lot of 98 Degrees, even though they're like 90s playlists. But yeah, a lot of songs came on, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about 98 Degrees and like all their songs. It just brought back in. But anyway, go on. Sorry. Yeah, I had to
Yeah, well, I mean, I just remember 98 Degrees because of Nick Lachey.
Mm-hmm.
And the one dude that I don't remember what his name is, but he had like short, spiky brown hair, but he was just a really big, buff dude to where he just looked like he had an incredibly tiny head. And that's just how I remember him. Like
Yeah.
the tiny head dude and Nick Lachey. I never got the chance to meet Nick Lachey, but I know we were talking about how we hate like going to you hate going to Cardinals games and sports games, whatever. But I went to a baseball game and the Cardinals were playing the Cincinnati Reds, and sure enough, Nick Lachey and what was her not
Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson were there, and it's just like, yeah, cool.
I don't really like your music, but cool.
Yeah, especially not Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
Her music was awful. Oh, now you're talking.
Oh my goodness. He's done with his nap. He was backstage before we started streaming. He was just flying around the room like crazy. And then he had a quick nap, and now he's all charged up, ready to go. Oh. Well, all the preening. All the preening.
Come on. Get on my shoulder. Come on. There we go.
Oh, it's a good bird.
Good job. Good job. Oh, so much pop songs back then. Yep. So many pop songs back then.
Lots and lots and lots and lots.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was pretty much my week.
Yeah. I gotta go back and watch that live stream you did.
Let's see. Did I buy anything this week? Did I get anything in? Oh, I got this little resin. I was actually going to show it on stream last week, but it was never brought up again. It's this little egg-shaped resin piece, and it's half wood, and it's a scene from The Legend of Zelda with the Master Sword and the pedestal. And there's like little glitter flakes around it to be like like in the forest scenes in Zelda, there's always like those flying pollens and bugs and stuff. Well, I bought it off Etsy, and the Etsy listing seemed too good to be true. And I was going to order two because it actually wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $50, which isn't that bad for resin art. So I ordered one, and it came in and it was beautiful. Well, my coworker had a very awful vacation when she was out on vacation for a week and a half, and then like things happened with her car, and I was gonna give her one anyway, so I was like, okay, I'll give her this one, and then I'll just order another one for myself. But yeah, I gave it to her, and it turned out Friday was her birthday.
Oh, nice.
One of those people that she doesn't announce her birthday because she doesn't feel like it should be like a big thing. So I gave it to her, and she's like, "Oh my god, thank you. How much was it?" And I told her, she's like, "All right, I'll pay you back." I'm like, "Well, I mean, you don't have to, but whatever." And then later, she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm leaving at 4:30 because I'm going to this concert, because it's also my birthday." And I'm like, "Elena, you can't just tell me your birthday nonchalantly like that. Now, don't worry about paying me back for the freaking Master Sword. That's now your birthday present."
Right. Yeah.
"Okay, thank you." I'm like, and then I grab my phone. I'm like, freaking putting in my calendar so I know for next year. Freaking frack.
Yeah. Oh, one of the cool benefits of been driving around all these different extra areas, working these Saturdays, down like Eureka and Pacific and stuff, I've been seeing some really cool like landscaping, and there's been some really nice houses up in like the hills. Today I went to this house like way up on this hill, and it had the greatest view where you just look out and you could see for miles. You could see all the way to the St. Louis Arch from that hill. And like you could see all the Merrimack River and these fields full of cows and corn and whatever else people are growing out there. And it was just a cool thing. I was like, oh man, this is just the best view ever. And I'm like, oh yeah, we know.
Yeah,
so used to it every day sort of thing. And I'm just like, man.
Yep. Beans, corns and beans.
Yep. But but it's just given me some I've just been like mentally planning out this pond in my head and just kind of thinking about like ways I might need to kind of change how it's dug out a little bit to make it work a little bit better.
Yeah.
Add like some more layers to it versus just being like drastic drops. And but yeah, like I'm excited to get it done, but it's like I also just want to like start taking trips down to the river and stuff and start collecting a bunch of rocks and things. Because I definitely want to get a whole bunch of rocks and I want to scape the whole thing out. And I've been collecting like old substrates and things like that from old tanks for a while now that I'm going to use in the pond as well as like the base. And I've been, keeping those with like, fish tank water in there so they're not drying out. And then, you escape all it out with all different rocks. And I think I want to somehow find like a really nice big piece of driftwood to kind of make like a little bridge to go across it or something.
Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah, so if you ever get turtles.
Yeah. Though I'm not necessarily trying to get turtles, but, a little place for, some birds to stand to get a drink or something like that. Though they'll also probably want to drink from like the waterfall. Though I do got to kind of think about, I don't necessarily want to create like the perfect perch for like a hawk to come and eat my goldfish.
Or raccoons.
Or raccoons.
Like perfect little overhang. Like that. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it. I might do just more of like if I can find the right piece of driftwood, I might do like an underwater bridge, like, for the fish or whatever to swim through.
There you go.
So we'll just kind of see how it works. But yeah, I've just been kind of just visualizing, lots and lots of visualizing, because I can't do much execution right now. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't know about any of you, but it's really hard to get the motivation to go and work in the, super heat of
95 degrees, I think it was today. It's 90 right now.
Yeah, it's still 90 degrees, and it's, the sun's been down for an hour.
I hate it. Go back to spring.
Right. And it's like, I get the nice air conditioning in my truck, but it's still like, get out, immediately start sweating, talk to the customer, hope there's no errors like there was with Gina.
Hey, you know what? Stupid hackers.
And then, if they order at the door or whatever, or if I haven't already grabbed their order, I get to grab their order and stick my face in the freezer, which is kind of nice. But then, got to go back and hand them their food. And just dripping and pouring sweat. And then hop back in the truck, turn it on. And it's like, all right, air conditioning, come on. And you pretty much, depending on how far away I am from my next customer, I might be dry in the face by the time I get to my next customer, and
Right.
then step out of the truck and immediately start tripping sweat again.
Oh, and then I realized I forgot to warn you last week that freaking the one side of my street is closed. Hopefully,
Yeah, well, I figured that out when I got there.
Yeah.
When the GPS first took me around the back way, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, the street's closed. So then I kind of turned around,
Just
went
looped
around
around.
Jamaica, and
Yeah.
then came back and yeah, I just like turned around and just backed down your part of the street.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't give us any warning for that. They just blocked it off, started tearing. They tore up the road, and they haven't touched it in 2 weeks. They tore up the road, and then they haven't worked on it since.
Yeah.
We're like, cool, great.
Well, I kind of understand. I dug a giant hole in my backyard, and I'm like, all right, that's what I got now. A giant hole in my backyard.
I'm thinking it's probably like they didn't exactly know what was wrong or whatever, and they have to like order something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, everything coming from China and all that stuff. Do you sell coolers or refrigerator systems to reef owners? If you're asking,
we can.
I hope you're asking Gina.
Yeah.
Because no, I sell food. I sell frozen food, and so I have a truck with a great refrigeration system on there that brings the truck down to negative 20 degrees. So, yeah.
Yeah, I buy my lunches, my work lunches from Danny now.
Yeah,
I've been too lazy to buy them.
How have you been enjoying the food?
So far, everything's been great. I think the only one that we had qualms with was the what was that, teriyaki beef? Nathan thought it was a little bland.
Bowl?
Beef teriyaki, yeah. He said it was a little bland.
Yeah, sometimes it's not always like our fault or anything like that, but sometimes frost kind of builds up on the inside, and so it can kind of water it down a little bit. So sometimes you just want to cook it an extra minute or two to kind of cook off some of the water, and it'll bring out more flavor.
What was it? The chicken mushroom, like little bowl thing.
Oh, the chicken and broccoli and the mushroom sauce.
Yeah. So both times I've cooked it, once at work and the once at home, it overflows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My macaroni and cheese always overflows.
So it's not the
spaghetti first round. Doesn't, but the macaroni and cheese, I always put a paper towel underneath it.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if it was the work microwave whenever I was cooking it yesterday at home. I was like, maybe it was just the work microwave for some reason. So I did the 3 little slits in the top, and it's not the first round. It's after you stir it and like put the plastic back on, and then you go the second round. That's when it overflows. So I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everything else has been fine. I was worried. I had the what is it, the taco bowl or the enchilada bowl today, and I was worried that it might be too spicy, and it was not.
Chicken burrito bowl?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, it's not spicy.
Well,
it was Thai style noodle bowl is not spicy either. I was really hoping it would be, but it's very.
The burrito bowl was a little spicy, but it wasn't too much. You have to remember, I have like baby taste buds. Like I taste any kind of
spice. It's like Mexican rice spice, not like.
Well, it was a little bit more than that, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was funny because Elena was making fun of me. I was like, let's see if this is going to be, it says mild enchilada sauce, so let's see. And like, I tasted, I'm like, I feel some tingles. She's like, I don't get any spice. And I'm like, okay, but like, I'm a major bitch baby when it comes to spice. So, Gesundheit.
Thank you.
But yeah, Elena was making fun of me. But it wasn't bad. No, I will get it again because yes, it was good. The lasagna, oh my god, whenever you told me that you were out of lasagna this week, I was actually a little bit upset. I'm like,
oh yeah,
I really liked the lasagna. It was really
Our lasagna is really good. Our spaghetti is really good. And even though our spaghetti doesn't come with meatballs, we sell fully cooked Italian style meatballs. So I'll just add a couple into my spaghetti on the second cook.
Yep.
And You got spaghetti and meatballs. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh shoot, I didn't answer Mick M. I'm so sorry. ADD moment.
Well, no,
Um.
I think he was actually asking me. So
Oh.
I didn't know you were no longer in a pet shop. Over here, we had coolers for lobster tanks when I was working in business 20 years ago. Yeah, nice. So yeah, I quit the pet store a year and a half ago. Um, I've been working for Schwann's ever since, doing frozen food delivery and sales and stuff like that. It's been pretty great. I don't have the time that I used to have, which kind of sucks. I haven't been able to put a whole lot of time into my YouTube channel like I used to, because gosh, when I was at the pet store, not only was I working like 20 hours less a week or whatever, but like I don't know, I was just like super into the pet store, and I just had like content all the time because
Yeah.
customers would ask me questions, and then it's like, okay, well now let's make a video based off of the customer's question and
Yeah.
different things like that. And now it's just like I'm just I have to like really, especially with these parody songs, like
Yeah.
the lyrics don't just pop out at me like they used to. Cause
Because
man,
it's
like
not on the forefront. Yeah, it's not on the
well,
forethought
yeah, it's
of
just
your
not
mind.
up
Yeah.
there. And then, gosh, I'd just be watching a live stream and people would say something and it'd be like, that sounds really close to the title of this song. And then I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, and then
Mm-hmm.
gosh, I was just popping out like little like parody phrases all the time. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I've had this
But
plan to do this one parody song for a while now, and I have not come up with like any lyrics other than like half of the chorus.
yeah.
But the chorus is the easy part.
So I stopped working at Petco about a year ago, but now I work at a saltwater specialty store. But we have some used chillers, um, but we don't stock them new because a lot of people have moved away from the um not halogen, the lights that get hot. A lot of people moved away from that and now do LEDs. So there's not as much of a need for chillers. We can still order them if people ask for them, but we don't keep them on hand.
I didn't think anybody would really need a chiller unless they were like, I don't know, keeping their tank out in the garage or something like that.
So it's oh my gosh, what are those? It's not halogen. What is it? It's like halogen, where these old lights used to produce like a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Um, so you had to have a chiller on your tank to keep it from overheating.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, a lot of people moved away from those now. Metal
Vibes
halide.
aquatics.
Thank you, Richard. Metal halide. Yeah, or halide. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, we need more songs. Hopefully, when you take time off, you get some inspiration. Yeah, and then also, um, yeah, I my latest parody song did not necessarily do as well view wise as all my others did. So I don't know. I just kind of like wasn't as
Did it damper your spirits a little bit?
a little bit,
Yeah. It just happens. It just you have to remember that YouTube algorithm also sucks.
Exactly. No,
Like
I
we
know that I know the algorithm sucks for real, and especially like for me because one, I don't post content on the regular to even try to keep myself in the algorithm. Two, I definitely say certain things on live streams and things like that that'll just kind of prevent me from even being put on the algorithm probably.
yeah.
So it's just whatever. It is what it is, and I don't care. And gosh, I got 600 subscribers, and I never thought I'd ever get there. So
Yeah, so I've actually been really good about the work Facebook page this week. I've been posting it of some kind of like video or making a post every day, except for Thursday because it was my day off, and I forgot to schedule one. Um, But yeah, but Wednesday's post actually got no engagement, and my coworker kind of pointed it out. She's like, "Oh, Wednesday's video didn't, or Tuesday, Tang Tuesday, yeah." She's like, "Nobody liked the Tangs," and I was like, "Well, it could just be Facebook algorithm sucked that day." Like, but yeah.
Yeah. The algorithm always sucks.
Yeah.
It just wants to push stupid dances.
Yep. Halogen/metal halide. Yep. Hot and expensive. Yes. And phasing out. So.
It's crazy how certain things will just like go nuts. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's just even using like a certain song. Like, yes, the post itself will have absolutely nothing to do with the song, but the fact that you used that song, it pops it up in the algorithm because of that song trending or something like that.
Yep.
And, there's ways to, ride the algorithm and surf it, and there's people out there that know how to do it and do a very good job of it. And there's some people out there that have absolutely no idea how their algorithm works. And then you got people kind of like me that it's like, I know how the algorithm works, but I have absolutely no desire to ride the trending waves and like be catchy and just flashy and try and just get stupid views for no like point.
Yeah, I've seen TikToks and stuff like that where it's like a skit type video, but they have a popular song tagged on the video, even though they're not even using the song. It's just because, just
or
to get that search.
Like, I know like a TikTok thing too that'll somehow get you up on the algorithm is just using the hashtag FYP, like for you page or whatever. And that'll get you up on there. And it's like, yeah, I use some hashtags, but I don't like go hashtag crazy or try to use, fancy catchy ones to get stupid views. I use ones that actually make sense.
That are relevant, to the video. Relevant to the video.
Yeah.
I don't. I always forget to use hashtags.
Most of the time I don't use hashtags. I'll sometimes use them on shorts though.
I need to reach out to Jess's sister, the social media lady, and figure out what her rates are and possibly pitch that to my boss, because I don't know how all that works. We need a social media person who knows how all that works, and at least I want to at least have her teach me, and pay her for it. But yeah, have her coach me on how to work all these, know all these tips and tricks.
She does a really good job with that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And if I were to ever get like on a point where I was becoming like slightly famous or something like that or whatever, like, I would maybe consider hiring like a social media person to run a like Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that I don't have to be involved with it at all. I'm still more or less kind of as off the grid as I can be, want to be, or whatever, not dealing with giving Mark Zuckerberg all my information, but like somebody else can run it. I don't know.
Right. Yep. It's just a lot.
On YouTube, I'd like to show you the same trend done by 1 million people. At least TikTok has more variety on the feed. Well, that is still not going to get me to go over to TikTok because TikTok is evil. But
yeah,
YouTube is pretty bad too. And that's kind of why I started, Rumble. Though I think Rumble is working fine for the most part. I've been having some issues with my YouTube and Rumble connection. It seems like not all my videos that I'm posting on YouTube are actually posting over on Rumble, or at least not fast enough. It does take a long time to get it over there, but I'm gonna start posting just videos separately onto Rumble as well, versus having them like attached. And I'm gonna post some other stuff on there that I don't necessarily post over here on YouTube too. But I don't know, yeah, YouTube is just with the weird algorithm and things like that. It doesn't seem to show you necessarily what you want to see. It just shows you what's trending and whatever it wants you to see. Whereas like over on Rumble, I've noticed like I only see what I'm like subscribed to. Like it doesn't sit there, and sometimes it might throw some like a suggestion or two at you, but it doesn't like sit there and just, you're subscribed to this, but I'm going to show you something way over here in left field, you know?
Yeah. Something else funny that I forgot to mention earlier, it's kind of off subject. I put bleep bloop on my order details.
Yep.
For Danny's order.
Gina likes her bleep bloop. She puts bleep bloop in the description of her video. And yeah, sure enough, I was looking in the order notes and it said bleep bloop. I'm like, Gina.
He goes, I cannot believe you just put bleep bloop in your order comments. I'm like, why not? It's not offensive. You're not going to get in trouble for it.
No, I'm not. It's just kind of funny. And one of my other friends too. It's like I guess she didn't quite understand the concept when I was first explaining it to her about how it's like she lives in my zone, so she's my customer or whatever. But on the order notes or whatever, it says, Danny Weshy is my customer service representative. We really like him.
Yeah. Like, she thought it was like a review type thing.
Well, no. She's basically saying like, I don't want anybody else. Like Danny is my he's my driver. That's it.
Like requesting a driver, even though you're the only driver in this area.
Yeah.
We all need some bleep bloop. Yeah.
Dee
Dee. Oh, yeah, but did I buy anything? I bought some stuff this week, but I haven't received. I don't think I've received anything. Got some of that retail therapy.
Yeah.
Got lots of stuff in at work, lots of restocking. We have this giant
planted
bottle.
The
what is that?
That's the what was it? The hibiscus.
Oh. Was that sad that
was the one that was in the water, yeah. So now it's in dirt.
That's a real plant.
I'm giving it some time to, get some roots going in there, and then I'll plant it outside where it'll grow a lot better. But that's one of the ones that will actually it'll like die back, but it'll winterize and then it'll grow back next year. So
yeah,
I know there's like a tropical hibiscus, and then there's like the ones that'll actually stay here in Missouri. That's one of them. So
nice. Yeah, those peppers and tomato plants are still on my porch. I need to plant those. I need to repot those tomorrow. Or at least I need to move them.
Pepper, tomato.
Yeah. I answered the door, and that's what he said to me, and I was like, "What?" And then it wasn't until I took the bag and I looked. I'm like, "Oh, I got you." My mom brought over some peppers and tomato plants and have them lined up on my porch.
Yep, and there was like a T or a P on it, depending if it was a pepper or tomato. But I don't know. I've been growing these plants my entire life, so I could just recognize it. So I'm just like looking at them, like pepper, tomato.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What?"
Yeah. Matt's requesting a landmark.
Can you give me a landmark so I can put you on the map, Danny? The landmark that I really want, because I grew up right next to it pretty much, and it's always my landmark of knowing that I was close to home, even though I don't live that close to it anymore. I want my landmark to be the St. Louis Doppler radar.
Where's that at?
It's at the corner of Ashby and Midland.
Midland.
It looks like a giant golf ball.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay. I never realized what that was.
Whips World! Excellent!
Whip! Hello, hello. Good night, Mickey or Mickem. Mick, what do we call this? How do we say this name? Mickem. Mickey M.
You can do it like Duke Nukem and just call him Mickem. That's what Skipper does, Mickem.
Ashby and what?
Ashby and Midland. And then you go a little bit south on Ashby, and then it's like there's a big golf ball there. You can see it on like Google Earth or something like that. Well, I figured you didn't want to be pretty close. Well, see, that's the thing is, like, even though I don't live over there anymore, like, I still, that is home. Like, that's where I grew up. That's where I spent, like, the first, like, 18 years of my life.
Yeah, that's far enough away, but also being close enough.
Yeah. So, like, I know that whole area, like the back of my hand. That whole town is just, it's home. And I love to go to Skeeter's to get their frozen custard, because no other frozen custard place is the same as Skeeter's. Like, there's a lot of great ones out there, but they're not Skeeter's.
I've never been to Skeeter's.
Well, we're going to have to go.
We're going to have to go.
And right across the street from Skeeter's is a bar called the Rec Room, and they do karaoke on, I think, Saturday nights. So maybe one day we'll do a live stream in the field. We'll go to Skeeter's, and then we'll go to the Rec Room, and we'll just do the live stream out there.
That would be a little obnoxious for a chat.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Unless we just make a video. Fish keepers out in the field.
Not doing fish stuff.
What fish keepers do when they aren't keeping fish.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anything else? What else happened this week? What's happening next week? You got plans for next week?
Well, next week is... Well, nothing like next week, but the week after next week is the 4th of July.
Yes.
I will be working next Saturday as well. Since I won't be working on the 4th of July, I'll be working the 1st of July. So I'll be off Sunday, and then I'll work Monday, and then I'll be off on Tuesday, and then I'll do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I'll most likely work that Saturday as well. And,
fun.
Yeah, lots of work. But it will be nice to be off Tuesday. On 4th of July, I'll be going out to my aunt and uncle's house at some point in the late afternoon, early evening, and I'll be bringing some bratwurst out there, and they already got like burgers and hot dogs, and a whole bunch of people are going. We're going to have food and probably shoot off some fireworks and different stuff out there. Who knows?
Next week is Kane's last week of summer school, and then he's off for a month and a half until school starts.
All right.
But yeah, 4th of July, we've made it a tradition that we go to one of my old coworkers' house. She lives out by Target. Like, literally, her backyard backs up to Target on that one side.
But the Bridgeton one or the Florissant one?
The Florissant one.
Nice.
Yep. So we go hang out. She has her pool open, her hot tub open. We don't know if they're actually going to... I'm sure somebody's going to shoot off fireworks Saturday night before 4th of July. But yeah, we're just going to go hang out.
Yeah. If I wasn't going over to my aunt and uncle's house, one of my customers actually invited me down to her house for the 4th of July because she lives like right on the perfect street up there over near the James Egan Center or whatever, where they actually shoot the fireworks off.
Yep.
So it's like just sit there like right at the end of her street, and it's just the perfect view for the fireworks. So it's just like, yeah, I might come over here, but yeah, I already have family plans.
We used to walk over because we're close enough that you could walk over, and we used to, but it just.
I still haven't watched the fluorescent fireworks yet. I always ended up going back over into Overland area where I grew up to watch the fireworks there.
Yeah.
There's one year I actually watched the fireworks downtown. We went to the concert down there. That was like my first concert, and it was Switchfoot that was playing or whatever.
Oh.
I was like right up there in the front row. It was pretty sweet.
Nice.
And then you got to watch the fireworks and all that stuff too.
Let's see. I don't think I have anything going on specifically at work. I sold a whole tank setup today, so I have to get that ordered, but that's not going to actually come in for like 2 to 3 weeks because they're made to order.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think we really have anything big this week at work. Just the normal maintaining the tanks, cleaning. Danny is now sitting atop a weather radar. That's funny.
Nice. Bloop. If you zoom in right on Google Maps, you can see me just sitting right on top of it.
Oh, just starfished laying on it. Nice. I don't know what landmark I would want. I don't know. I'm gonna pull up Google Maps. Like that's gonna help.
You can find some crazy stuff on Google Earth.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
You can also find certain areas where you can tell they've digitally fixed things to hide certain things on Google Earth as well.
Maybe some drug deals.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've always tried really hard to try to flip off the Google Street View whenever they're coming by.
Editing out Danny.
Yeah.
You're like, oh God, this guy.
You should be the arch, Gina.
Man. Matt's never been to the arch.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be associated with the actual arch.
No. I have seen a couple of those things. I guess those are trending right now too for St. Louis people with the the St. Louis Arch. What even is this?
Right.
And this guy stitches it or whatever, and is I don't know what it is either.
It's the arch. What do you mean? Does it have to be something? It's the arch.
Yep.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to. Whenever we go grocery shopping tomorrow, I need to get some toasty raviolis.
The construction of the arch was amazing.
Yeah.
The crazy elevator is nutso. I see, I don't like the elevator.
Nobody likes the
elevator in another live stream before, and I'm not really going to get into it again, but it's just imagine an elevator that doesn't go straight up.
Nope.
It goes like this. So what does it have to do? It has to readjust itself. And so you're going up and it moves around and goes back and forth, and it's so rickety, and it's just on a big chain and pulley system, and so it's just
old.
Yeah.
But I've consumed a ton of documentaries on YouTube. Yeah.
You've probably seen the exact same documentary that they have constantly streaming underneath the arch before you go up.
Yep, probably.
All about the construction of the arch.
The museum is pretty cool underneath.
Oh, yeah.
But going up, nah.
I mean, if you're coming to St. Louis and you've never been here, go up the arch once, whatever. But please don't ask me to go with you.
And don't like go out of your way. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Yes. Don't
don't force it.
Yeah, don't make it like it's a priority.
Yeah.
Because there's so much better stuff to do in St. Louis than to do that. Our zoo is historic.
It's so good.
Who cares about a piece of metal that is a perfect parabola of an x squared?
Yep. Yeah, Kelly Foreman, she's talking about if she comes to St. Louis and we have to go to the botanical gardens, duh, because it's Kelly. She loves plants. We have to go to the botanical gardens. And yeah, the zoo would be another good one.
Yep, the zoo. We got to explore all of Forest Park. Because that is St. Louis in a nutshell, is Forest Park. So, you got the Science Center, you got the Art Museum, you got the History Museum, you got the Botanical Gardens, you got the St. Louis Zoo. It's all there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, there's some great, just scenery to walk around, too.
Yep,
gosh,
yep.
You could spend a whole week in Forest Park. One day to the zoo, another day to the Science Center, another day to the History Museum, another day to the Art Museum. Yeah, Grand Central Station. Well, the aquarium here is in Union Station.
Yeah. Union Station. And it's still pretty new. And it
I
is
heard
very
Petco,
much...
Pet Supplies Plus, and Marine Solutions are the places. Yeah.
Well, not so much Petco and Pet Supplies Plus now that we're not there anymore.
Well, speaking of going to Pet Supplies Plus or whatever, yeah, during the ACA in St. Louis 2 years ago, Kenny E and Danny with Danikin Aquatics and let's see, well, Fishy Biz was there too, but Science Gal Aquatics, Carrie was there, and I'm trying to remember who else from out of town was actually there. But there was a couple of YouTubers there, and I drove them around to do a couple different things, to go out to eat and stuff like that too. But at one point, they were like, "Well, why don't you take us, to the pet store where you work or whatever?" And I'm just like, yeah. I don't have the best relationship with my boss, and I don't want to make it any worse.
Yeah.
If I had a cool boss, I can see if I worked at Marine Solutions and I had a cool boss or whatever, then I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go. But no, not worth Alicia. Yep. Apparently, I still go there for crickets and stuff. Nobody I work with or worked with works there anymore. They've all been fired.
Man,
over stupid things. Or quit, but pretty much the same way I did. MB Reeve.
As you were telling that, I didn't realize that Danikin and them were in St. Louis 2 years ago. I'm just thinking, I'm like, did they come into my store and I just didn't recognize them? Did I help them and not realize it? I don't think so, because I would have I knew Biz back then, or 2 years ago. I knew Biz, so I would have known, because Biz would have been there.
No,
I don't remember him ever coming in with a group of people.
What are you?
And you, I knew you 2 years ago.
What are you doing?
Nom 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 nom.
He's like,
oh, he's an angry elf.
I know. I was like, what are you doing?
Is his foot stuck?
No.
He's like, excuse me, I'm here. Oh, he's so mad about it.
Maybe his foot was a little stuck in my hair. I don't know. Or he was just trying to bang my face. I don't know.
That too. Yeah, probably.
I'm just going back to picturing that video of the guy with the giant ground parrot on the back of his neck.
Classic. Classic. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I haven't found him mounting lapis at all like I've seen my sister's chickens and stuff do. But I have seen him like annoying the hell out. Like he will put his foot up like on her back, like he's getting ready to do something, and she will just be looking at him like just screaming like, "No, you're not doing this. Not right now. Not
Don't
now. Not
touch
ever.
me.
Don't touch
I have a headache.
me. I had a really long day and I have a headache."
I'm tired. I'm not in the mood.
She's never in the mood, is she?
No. That's funny.
I haven't seen her like pop out any eggs or anything at all. Though I think she's just now at like this age of maturity and all that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just I don't want her to end up getting egg bound or anything like that. So I don't know.
She doesn't let you hold her, right?
No.
So you'd have to like grab her with a towel and feel her.
Yeah.
Not like her bottom, but like underneath her chest. You would have to feel for like any kind of swelling.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I can hear Nathan listening to me in the other room.
Yeah, I can sometimes hear him
Sometimes.
echoing back.
Yeah.
He's quite loud when he does that specific sound, and he's doing it right towards the microphone too.
Mm-hmm. Silly birds.
Yep.
Silly birds.
But hey, we're almost at the end of the stream, and he's been chilling here the whole time. It's been a solid 2 hours that he's been here, so that's good to know.
Bird.
He's been a really good bird. He kind of flew around a couple times and freaked out, but then he took a little nap on top of the microphone, and now he's back and ready to go.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see.
Whenever this stream's over, I'm going to have to go watch the replay of yours.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I didn't even get a notification or nothing.
Oh, man. I'm looking at anything I've ordered in the last week, and it was like, Schwan. And I'm like, well, we already talked about that. I ordered some makeup. Nobody cares about that. I paid my electric bill. No, so did everybody else.
I watched this Father Fish video today. He put out a video, him and somebody else or whatever, they went collecting out at the beach, and they put together a simple saltwater tank off of everything that they collected. So they collected up to like 3 to 4 inches of sand, and they found some caulerpa and some other like macroalgae. And then, they found some shrimp and a couple little minnows and some crabs and stuff like that. And, they just got a whole little thing. And he's got a box filter and then a little directional pump in there, and that's it.
That'll work. That'll work.
And it's just like, man, I just look at that, and it's just like, it turned out to look so beautiful even after like it all cleared up and everything. And it's just like, man, if I lived close to a beach, my saltwater tank would be done right now.
Right? Yeah. I'd be out there getting all kinds of like inverts and things out of the tide pools.
Yep.
Like,
They're just being able to collect the sand and have like a fully active substrate that is like ready to go and grow corals and macroalgae and whatever you want. Like, and have a perfectly cycled tank from the beginning. Like that'd be so great.
Yes.
I can do that with a freshwater tank, but I can't do that with a saltwater tank.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Last 5 minutes. It's crown time. It won't go on. These are the wrong headphones. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Nope. Did not work.
My boss has a container of cheese balls, like the little paper or cardboard little can. And I saw it, and I picked it up, and I opened it, and I'm like, oh. It was empty. And
No
I was
cheese
like,
balls.
what? My coworkers laughed. She's like, is it empty? I was like, yeah, no cheese balls. Put it back on it. Threw it away.
Yeah.
Stupid. He's one of those container hoarders. Any kind of slightly reusable container, he just cannot bring himself to throw away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, certain containers I would definitely keep. Like, I mean, even just these little planters, like, this had a tomato plant in it before, and I didn't throw it away, and I ended up reusing it to
you garden,
get
so that makes sense.
Yeah, that, and then, sometimes those containers are great for lots of different stuff.
I have
Keeping
like 6
screws, you can sort Legos or whatever else you want in there. Those containers are fantastic. So those are great to keep. And then also, like, if you like those little like cream cheese containers or the little sour cream containers, those little Tupperwares are like, you can use those for so many different things. So those are great to keep too.
So my mom keeps these and doesn't throw them away because, like how you saw, we have the tomatoes and the peppers in the solo cup. This is like our next phase.
Yep. So my shed,
and then it goes to a pot. Yeah.
My shed that I have connected to my house, the previous owner, or maybe even somebody that she knew, or I'm not sure, but there's like 8 of those containers that are connected to the ceiling. The lid itself is like screwed into the ceiling. Yeah. So you can just unscrew it and grab whatever you want out of there and just connect it back up. It's great for the storing different things.
I've seen people do that with baby food jars.
Yep.
Because they don't, like, you only have to like half turn it and it's off.
Yeah.
This one, I guess, is also, I didn't realize it was like a half turn.
Yeah, you don't have to turn. It's not like you have to spin it a whole lot.
Right. But yeah. Or gallon milk jugs. My mom will cut the top off and kind of do that same as like a second phase planter before it goes.
Oh yeah, using a milk jug as a planter is a great option. You can actually use like old soda bottles, the tall ones. You can, if you cut them in half and like flip it over, you can actually like use some string or geotextile fabric, any of those things that will absorb water and help pull it up and wick it. You can add those and then add some dirt, and you can basically fill up the bottom with water, and then you can grow out the top, and it's like a self-watering pot because the water will wick up through the rope or whatever else into the dirt. And so that's great to grow like little plants out of. Or if you want, you can get like a full like 2 liter or something like that and grow a bigger pot or bigger plants out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great for like the little windowsill plant, I wouldn't want you wouldn't want to put that outside, just because I don't know, you probably would not be very good. Might create pressure and different things like that.
Yeah, the heat would mess it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, did everybody like our new thumbnail and our new background, our summertime?
Yeah, summertime, because it's hot as fuck now.
Summertime, because it's hot and I hate it.
Yep. Yep, because summer officially started 3 days ago. All right, well, that was it. 2 hours is up. No more show. We're done. That's it.
I messed up the camera again. Very sensitive.
Yeah. But at least you get yours like refocused.
Yeah.
I had a whole time where I messed up the focus and I sat out of focus for a solid like 10 minutes. I'm just like,
why you do this?
Why? All right, everybody. I guess we'll have to see you next week on another episode of Fishing Friends, where the fun never ends. Isn't that right?
Until it's the 2 hour mark, and then it ends.
Yeah. Until we reach the 2 hour mark, then the fun's over. Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. So long. Thanks for the fish.